received this comment on a recent short I did where I mentioned Spider-Man's Clone Saga, and while I still may make a longer form video eventually, those take a lot of time, so in the meanwhile, I figured I could give you a short kind of TLDR of the Clone Saga and why it's so infamous. The thing you first need to understand is that, officially speaking, Marvel has never had a true universal reset, at least up until this point in the 90s. Clone Saga began in 1994 and ran until 1996, and if you picked up one of those books, the Peter Parker in this story was supposed to be the same Peter Parker that has been swinging through New York since John F. Kennedy was in office. They sort of use Pokemon anime rules here, where they kind of just ask you don't think too hard about things like ages and just go with what they tell you. While the Marvel writers employed some soft retcons and timeline updates over time, the overall point is that fans had a really long time to grow attached to their versions of iconic characters. Which is why it felt really cheap and was super controversial when it was revealed that the Peter Parker we had been following for the past 20 years wasn't actually Peter Parker, but instead a clone of Peter that was made by the villain called the Jackal. The real Peter took the name Ben Reilly and started calling himself the Scarlet Spider. Clone Peter even had a psychotic breakdown for a period of time and had to claw his way back to sanity. In addition to that craziness, more and more clones, both of Peter and the villain Jackal, kept showing up. They were usually evil for some reason, and they had a bunch of different names like Kane and Guardian and Spider-Side. All of these were just kind of thrown at people, rapid fire style, and it became really confusing to sort out who was who and what was happening to what. Notable characters even died during the Clone Saga, like Dr. Octopus and Aunt May. I mean, I'm really only scratching the surface of the insanity that took place in this 2-year time period, which is why I might still do that long-form video. But the final act of the Clone Saga has Green Goblin revealed to be back from the dead. Marvel was apparently aware about how nutso this plot was, so they kind of just tried to wrap it up real quickly by having Goblin reveal that he faked the data showing Peter was the clone, and Ben Reilly died in the final fight, meaning we were back to the one and only Spider-Man.